Good afternoon, everyone. So I have another video for you today. We're going to do Italian frittatas, but we're going to do them a little bit differently. Instead of doing them in a fry pan and baking them in the oven, we're going to do them in muffin pans. So we're going to do little mini frittatas. We're going to grease our muffin pans. We're going to do eggs, a little bit of milk, bacon, cheese, and a little bit of green onion and salt and pepper to season. And then we're going to bake them in the oven. They're going to puff up nice. And we're going to bake them at 375 for about 20-25 minutes or so. And they're going to be nice and light and fluffy. And they make a great breakfast. They're good for a nice light lunch or a brunch. And it's just a really good recipe. This is something that I've had, my family has always done. But we've always done them in the larger, in a fry pan or a skillet, and then baked it in the oven. Today we're going to do little mini ones. It makes nice for individual place settings, for a brunch or breakfast or lunch or even for dinner sometimes. So today we have our assistant. We have Gia. Everybody knows Gia, I believe. And she's going to be helping me today. The first thing she's going to do is she's going to coat our muffin pans with a little bit of margarine so our eggs pop out nicely and they won't stick when they come out of the oven. So if you would do that for me. But first, wash your hands.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Always wash your hands before we begin. So I'm going to start off with our eggs first. And I have a dozen eggs. I'm going to crack our eggs in a bowl. Oh, let's do a paper towel. Thank you. I'll do 1 dozen eggs. It's going to make a nice brunch for about 6 people. We don't want any shells. When you crack an egg with one hand, you want to hold it with your 2 fingers, your forefinger and your middle finger, and then your thumb, and then you just want to push with your thumb to open up the egg. So you want to crack it nice. And this one is a little crushed. And then break it apart. And there we go. Perfect. Let me give this a little whisk.
Do you want me to do another one?
Yes, please. Give it a little whisk, but do a little salt and pepper. About half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. You could do red pepper too if you like. I don't really like it that spicy, so I don't do the red pepper. And of course, I know one of you guys guessed it, a little bit of garlic. About half a teaspoon. Oops, sorry. Mix that in. And then the next step, I'm going to add a little bit of milk. About half a cup. For a dozen eggs would be perfect. And that's fully combined and beaten. I'm going to set that aside. Then our next step, I have some crisp bacon. and some green onions. So I'm going to chop our green onions. And when you hold your knife, folks, remember, you want your forefinger and your thumb side of the blade, your fingers wrapped around the handle. You have the best control that way. And always keep your fingers tucked when you're holding your food. So I'm going to do a nice thin chop for our green onions. And the white part, you really don't want to use. You just want to use, for this dish anyway, you want to use the green part mostly. Put that in a bowl. Then we're going to do our bacon. Grab a few pieces at a time. And this was 1 pound of bacon. Of course, once it's fried down, it equals about 1/4 pound. We're going to chop this nice and fine. And what we're going to do, once we have everything chopped, and we have our eggs in our muffin tins, which Gia is about to do, we're going to sprinkle our bacon and our green onions and then a little bit of shredded cheese on top. So what Gia's going to do now,
Yes.
she's going to fill these a little bit more than halfway, about 3/4 of the way up. So they're going to puff up. We do want to leave some space for our toppings. It's about 3/4 of the way up. It's about 1/2 cup. So she's going to work on that. And I'm going to continue to chop our bacon. Bacon really gives it such a nice flavor. I'm going to put our bacon in the bowl with our green onions. Now we're going to add some shredded cheddar cheese. About 1 cup. I'm going to toss this together. Maybe a little bit more bacon. May as well use the rest. A little bit more cheese. How many do we get?
12.
Good. Can I have a pan, hon?
Pan?
Mm-hmm.
Like the one you gave me?
No, the one you just filled.
Yes.
So now, our eggs. We're going to sprinkle some of our filling on top. And get that flavor of the green onions and the bacon and our cheddar cheese. It's going to be really, really good. Have the other pan, hon? Perfect. These are going to be so good, folks. You can serve them with a little bit of sliced fruit on the side. Nice cool glass of juice, orange juice or cranberry juice for a nice warm day. Just makes for just a nice light meal. Try to get, we don't want the cheese on too much. Can I have a bacon sheet, Gia?
Yes.
And then
A small one?
a bigger one. Just in case these do overflow a little bit as they bake, because they are going to rise, I'm going to put them on a baking pan. Thank you. Could you open that one for me? I'm going to pop them in our 375-degree oven for about 25 minutes. And I will see you guys when they come out and they're ready to eat. Thanks for watching.